He had 18% body fat and perfect abs, but his tests revealed he was prediabetic. Peter felt great. He was eating well. He was training regularly. He had done everything right. Yet when I looked at his blood results, his glycated hemoglobin was in the prediabetic range. And the worst part is that he felt absolutely no symptoms. You can feel fine, have an athletic body, and be months away from diabetes or a heart attack. In this video, I am going to show you the 7 tests that nobody does and that can detect a serious disease 15 years before the first symptoms. Because your physical appearance says nothing about the actual state of your organs. What really matters is what is circulating in your blood. So, stick around until the end because the last marker I am going to show you is linked to Alzheimer's and cognitive disorders, and almost nobody talks about it. Let's start with the first test, the one Peter should have done much earlier. Glycated hemoglobin, or HbA1c, it is a marker that reflects your average blood glucose over the past 3 months. Unlike a simple fasting glucose test that gives you a snapshot, glycated hemoglobin shows you how your body handles sugar over time. If your level is above 5.2%, it means you are developing insulin resistance, and this can happen 15 years before you become diabetic. 15 years. That is huge. It gives you time to change everything before it is too late. The second test is the Comprehensive Metabolic Panel, also called CMP. This panel includes your liver function, kidney function, electrolytes, and blood glucose. It allows you to detect liver damage, kidney damage, or electrolyte imbalance that increases your cardiovascular risk. The optimal values to aim for are fasting glucose around 85 milligrams per deciliter, fasting insulin below 60 picomoles per liter, and a HOMA index below 1.6. If you have never asked your doctor for these specific values, you are missing crucial information. The third marker is high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, or hs-CRP. It is a marker of low-grade chronic inflammation. Basically, it is a protein that shows your body is in a constant state of alert, even without apparent infection. This silent inflammation increases your risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, and diabetes. An elevated CRP is an independent predictor of these diseases, even if your cholesterol is normal. The optimal value is 0.5 milligrams per liter, and it is tolerable up to 1. If you really want to protect your longevity, you need to monitor this marker. By the way, if this video brings you value, remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next videos on health and performance. The fourth test is Apolipoprotein B, or APOB. Many people focus on total cholesterol, or LDL, but in reality, APOB is much more accurate. It measures the number of atherogenic particles in your blood, meaning those that can clog your arteries. You can have normal LDL and still have too many APOB particles, which increases your cardiovascular risk. The optimal value is less than 0.8 grams per liter, and ideally less than 0.7 for primary prevention. It is one of the most important markers to predict your risk of heart attack or stroke. The fifth test is vitamin D, and more specifically, the 25-OHD3 form. More than 75% of people tested are deficient in vitamin D. A deficiency increases your risk of immune deficiency, seasonal depression, osteoporosis, cardiovascular disease, and even certain cancers. The optimal values are between 60 and 80 nanograms per milliliter. If you are below 30, you are clearly deficient, and it impacts your health on all levels. The sixth test is the Functional Hormonal Panel. It includes thyroid and adrenal hormones. These hormones regulate your metabolism, your energy, your weight, your mood, and your immunity. A hormonal imbalance can explain chronic fatigue, unexplained weight gain, fertility problems, or decreased immune defenses. The optimal values to aim for are TSH between 0.5 and 1.5, free T3 between 4.5 and 5.5, free T4 above 18, anti-TPO and anti-TG antibodies below 4 or 5, morning cortisol between 400 and 550, and DHEAS adapted to your age between 1,500 and 4,500. If these values are not optimal, you are not functioning at your full potential. And now, the seventh and final marker, the one almost nobody knows about, it is homocysteine. Homocysteine is an amino acid derived from methionine metabolism. An elevated level indicates a lack of vitamin B9, B12, or B6, and excessive oxidative stress. Why is this crucial? Because high homocysteine levels are associated with increased risk of stroke, heart attack, depression, cognitive disorders, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. It allows you to detect silent deficiencies in essential nutrients even before symptoms appear. The optimal value is less than 8 micromoles per liter. If you want to protect your brain and your heart in the long term, this marker is essential. So let's summarize the 3 key points to remember from this video. First point, your physical appearance says nothing about the actual state of your organs. You can have abs and be pre-diabetic. Second point, these 7 markers are early warning signals that allow you to detect serious diseases years before the first symptoms. Third point, what you do not measure, you cannot improve. So get these tests done every 6 to 12 months. If you apply this advice, you will take back control of your health, extend your longevity, and maximize your performance on all levels. And do not forget to subscribe so you do not miss anything. See you very soon.